Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Give double honor to the elders of GMS who rule very well. And blesses all the Akim out there that are doing the work of sincerity and truth. Now, basically, this video is going to be an extra to the concept and origin of hell. Alright? And basically, I pointed out in that video that the word hell means the grave or the pit, because when you think about the grave, you think about death, and you can also use the word that word, which is sharal, if I remember correctly, sharal. You can use that word to also say destruction. All right, because there's a scripture in the New Testament in Revelations that says death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. All right, and that's another point as well, because how can you cast death and hell into the lake of fire, right? How can you do that? How is that possible? And actually, that lake of fire is talking about those nuclear missiles. Once it hits America, because once the elect is delivered, if you look down from the chariots, you can see that America is full of fire. It looks like a lake of fire. So that's what it means by the lake of fire. All right, it's those nuclear missiles that's going to level America. Not one state. There's not going to be one state that's going to be spared. When that destruction comes. But that's a whole different subject for another video, because I don't want to get off topic. But basically, I want to bring out these two scriptures right here, and I'm gonna get this one in the King James Version 1611, and I'm gonna get it in the Tanakh, because the Tanakh is the pure English translation of the Hebrew text. All right. Because the Tanakh is comprised of all the old. The Tanakh is all the Old Testament books. That's what it is. And first I'm gonna get Isaiah chapter 28 verse 15. It said, "Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves." Right. So basically, I want to focus on this part right here. It said, "Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement." Right. So the word hell there means sharal. And let's get it in the Tanakh. So this is the Tanakh right here. It's the same book, Isaiah chapter 28 verse 15. It's gathered right here, and this is the Hebrew text of what was originally written in. But actually, this is the Assyrian Hebrew. It's different, because the Assyrian Hebrew is different than the Paleo Hebrew. All right, so it's symboled differently. It has some similarities to the Paleo Hebrew, but it's still different. So you have to go into the Paleo and the Assyrian Hebrew, just to get a better understanding of the language. But this is verse 15. This is the same book, same chapter, same verse. "For you said, we have made a treaty with death, and with the grave we have set a limit. When an overflowing scourge passes, it shall not come upon us, for we have made lies our shelter, and in falsehood have we hidden ourselves." Right, so this is pure translation from the Hebrew. And where it says, "and with the grave we have set a limit." But if you go back in King James, it says, "Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement." Because see, there's two entirely different words in English, but they're actually the same word. All right, so right here it should say, "with the grave are we at agreement." See, because that's what the word means, which is right. See if I can find it again, because it's just a Shah Raw. Saw it not too long ago. There it is. Yeah, it says Shah Raw or Sharal. So that's what that word is right there. There it is. All right, so that's Sharal, which means the grave. All right. And I know I probably did I already did in my last video, but I'm gonna bring it out again. That's the word right there, Sharal. See? It says Sharal. And see, the blue letters sometimes go off on the concordance as well, because you said it's an outline of biblical usage. So saying that basically how people use it, you know. So it says Sharal, underworld, grave, hell, pit. So there you go right there. Because remember what we brought out in the last video, the underworld, or should I say Hades or Tartarus, is stemmed from Greek mythology. All right. So the Greeks pretty much made up that idea that, you know, there is an actual place of torment, which is either Hades or Tartarus. All right. And Gehenna is stems from the concept of the valley of the son of Hanam, which was a place where I can't remember the name, Ahaz burnt his children there for sacrifice unto an idol. All right. So that's one scripture that points that out. Because like I said before, you have to, I don't think I pointed this out, but you know, just in case I'm saying it again, you know, you have to pretty much pick out the bones, you know. Sometimes you have to go deeper to find out, you know, the meaning of what the scriptures are trying to convey to you. And the spirit of Yahweh Shem Al Shai has to be working with you as well. All right, to interpret what the scripture is trying to tell you. Because remember in Isaiah chapter 28 verse 10, you know, it says for precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Right? So you have to put the pieces together, because the Bible is just is one big puzzle piece, and you have to put all the pieces together just to get the full understanding of what it's saying. All right? Because the Bible is allegorical and it's parabolic. And let me grab the next one. I believe it's Proverbs. It's Proverbs chapter 23. Okay. So Proverbs chapter 23. All right. There it is. Okay. This is Proverbs chapter 23 verse 14. And let's get it over here in the Tanakh. All right. So that's a Hebrew script right there. All right. So this is Proverbs chapter 23 verse 14. Thou shalt beat him with the rod, and shalt deliver his soul from hell. All right. Let's look at that word again. Should it mean the same thing? Sharal. Now go over here. This is the same thing, same book, same chapter, same verse. You shall strike him with a rod, and you will save his soul from the grave. Right? So that's what the word hell means. It means grave, or it means the pit. All right. It's also a condition that you're in. You know how they say that life is a living hell. Well, that's another meaning of the word hell. Which means a lower state, or a state of suffering. All right. So that's pretty much what I wanted to bring out on this subject. The same subject, just want to bring out more facts about it. I believe that's it. All right. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. I'll give double honor to the elders of GMS who rule very well. And blesses all the Akim out there that are doing the work in sincerity and truth. Call halal Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom.